So you've been asking me, gee, we want an epilogue, So here it is. Let's make the NHL 21 epilogue episode. We are going to simulate past our last gameplay video, and we are going to see what happens to our character throughout the rest of his career. Now, I'm not entirely sure how old we are. We are 27 years old, so we are still a very, very young player, but as you can see, we already have a long time here in the NHL because our character came in at 17. He was playing NHL games at 17 because EA is broken. That obviously came at a cost. We've had some pretty brutal injuries to deal with throughout our career, so we're not going to play until we're 40. I'm thinking about maybe we'll retire him around 36, 37. That sounds fair to you? That sounds fair to me. We'll see what happens with that. We are probably going to stay with Vegas for a little bit, and then, I don't know. We'll see what happens at free agency. We're probably going to have some contract offers and stuff, and we might go back to the Rangers to close out our career because, I mean, that's our home. So, let's get the simulation underway. Also, the simulation engine was always a little slow, but this year, since they added the cutscenes and you can't turn them off, it takes even longer to simulate through the series or simulate through the season. So if you could hook your boy up with a like or a subscribe, I would appreciate it, okay? Because I am about to spend so much of my life here with the simulation. It's gonna take a while, okay? So our first season past our prime was kind of a L, actually. We won 51 games, which is huge. Like, that's a lot of W's, but look at it. We didn't even score 30 goals. Like, what is that? What is my character on? I was tempted at multiple parts of the season to jump in there and show this guy how to score some motherfucking goals because he is 99 overall, scoring 24 out here. What is that, brother? I don't know, but you know what? The Golden Knights made it to the playoffs, and we are about to find out, are we going to make a deep playoff run once again? We got a 50-win team, and we are going to take a fat L in the first round. Okay, so, yeah, for year one post our prime, not great. Oh, we have some contract offers. That's our first free agency decision. Do we stay with Vegas, or do we go home to the Ottawa Senators? Oh, that is... Going to the Sens is so tempting, but I feel like we can't go out on the season that we just had with the Vegas Golden Knights. I feel like we got to re-sign, and you know what? The Sens might come knocking a little bit later, so we're going to re-sign with the Golden Knights just because I don't want to go club hopping and, you know, just have 1,000 teams. We're not at Yager stage yet. I'm kind of, you know, I want my character to have a chance at making a comeback here and possibly scoring, like, I don't know, in the mid-30s, possibly 40 goals with a 99 overall. It's your 25 goal sell, boy, if you don't pick the puck and shoot. And after we took that L, we bounced back 37 and then 43 goals, 94 points. We are still doing it out here. We are just about to enter our 30s, still on the Vegas Golden Knights, and as you can see, our very latest milestone was 600 goals. That practically locks us in as a Hall of Famer, which is huge. Not that we were going to miss the Hall of Fame anyway, but regardless, as far as the awards go for the past 3 seasons, the Pittsburgh Penguins are back-to-back champions. That is good for them, and the Sabres finally climb all the way back from the depths of hell to win a Stanley Cup. And if you want to pause and look at what's going on in the... Oh, hey, look at, winning goaltender awards. Let's go. We're getting goaltending here in Vegas. But yeah, that is the season awards for everything. McDavid, shout out McDavid on the Penguins doing stuff. 5th year in Vegas is a little bit of a regression, but we're still over a point per game. 30-goal season. So yeah, we're on the wrong side of 30, but you know what? We are still a very, very good player, and we made the playoffs with yet another 50-win season, but it's getting to the point where the Golden... Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let me not quit out of the mode and have to restart the whole thing. Please, it takes so long. So long to simulate these, all right? The last thing I want to do is restart, but it's beginning to be a little bit of a thing here. We kind of win 50 games and then flame out in the first or second round, so this is beginning to be a little bit frustrating to our character here, and it looks like we're going to Game 7 again in the first round. Man, this team is just not built for the playoffs as we lost Game 7 and again flame out in the first 2 rounds after winning over 50 games. This is beginning to be a little bit of a story here. And I'm starting to think it might be time to move on from Vegas here after this latest contract is up. But first, next season, we have a pretty big milestone. Yes, indeed, it is another 50-win season for the Golden Knights. We had over 30 goals, almost 40, another good season for us. And we even passed a milestone that I was talking about. We passed 1,000 games. Now, I was trying to get the silver stick animation to play because it's really, really cool, but I think they took it out. I played games 1,000, 1,001, and 1,002 without skipping or simming anything, and the best cutscene that I got was literally just a shot of my character on the bench with his point total. Nothing was ever said about my character reaching 1,000 games. I think that is bullshit, but that's what it is. So I'm sorry about that. I really wanted to have the silver stick. Another 50-win season for the Golden Knights. Can we finally win a playoff? Well, actually, we've won a few playoff rounds, but can we make it past the second round and actually contend for a Stanley Cup championship? The answer is no. We get swept by the defending Stanley Cup champion Edmonton Oilers in the second round again. A disappointing end to the season for the Golden Knights. Now the question becomes, do we stay in Vegas or do we go to a different team in free agency? And the Oilers win back-to-back championships after the Penguins did so. So a little bit of a throwbacks to the 80s, basically. Obviously not quite how it happened back then, but 80s, 90s, those were the teams that were pretty much at the top. Now we have more. I'm not going to Carolina. We're going to give Vegas another shot. Well, turns out that narrative is going to be shoved in the garbage immediately because we just completed a 3-1 comeback in the second round to go to the third round, and we won that guy. We are now in the Stanley Cup Finals against the Columbus Blue Jackets. That right there is a pretty damn good... Our character got injured. Oh my god, he actually got injured in the finals because I'm not allowed to play it. I'm just not allowed to ever have nice things, and we're not going to get the cutscene, are we? If we win the Stanley Cup, we can't watch the cutscene because the only option I have is to simulate the game. Watch us win. Watch us win the Stanley Cup. Oh, we're not even going to win it. Nope, we lost. We lost in the Stanley Cup. Great. We got injured, and it spoiled our Stanley Cup Finals run. Excellent. Oh, what an end to the season. That sucks. That truly and utterly sucks. We were about to win a Stanley Cup. I could feel it. It was about to happen. But no, we get injured, and it's a wrap. Then we lose again to the Edmonton Oilers in 7 games in the second round after another 30-plus goal season. We are basically a lock for 30 goals. No longer are we this big, massive 120-plus point player post our prime, but it looks like our character is still basically a lock for 30 and almost a point per game player. As a matter of fact, no, we did not hit a point per game. It looks like we're healthy, late in the stages of our career, but we're no longer hitting those massive 100-plus point milestones, which is fine. I mean, we're deep into our career. We might be somewhat young as far as age goes, only being 34, which even then, we're starting to get to the latter stages of the aging curve here. But if you look at our games played, we've played a whole lot of experience here in the NHL since we have been playing, since we've been 17 years old in this league. So it's getting down to possibly our last contract here. If we get an offer from a team that I like or whatever, that is where we are going. The Rangers keep getting top 2 picks, by the way. That is 3 consecutive seasons where they get picks, either 1 or 2 overall. So that's huge. If we get a chance to go to the Rangers... Oh, we got to do it. We got to do it. 1-year contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs. We are moving to Canada. We almost had a 50-win season last year. Oh, this is real. This is real. This is the final stage of our career, and it's starting now. We are going to be a Maple Leaf, perhaps for 1 or 2 seasons, and then we're going to call it a career. And looking at this Leafs lineup, we actually joined a pretty decent team. We're going to get to play with Tim Stützle, who was sort of a rival of ours for a little bit because we were rivals with Ottawa way back in the early stages of our career. We have a captain on the third line, which is cool. Our defense score is actually kind of weak a little bit, but nothing too crazy, and it's balanced out by this. We have by far the best goaltending that we've seen in our career as of yet, so this is the new era on the Maple Leafs, donning the C, because of course they always give you the C.
With the stop, move to the middle, and puts it off the crossbar. Had the goalie beat up high, but not the bar. He scores! That's how you do it. Leadership to a T. The captain capitalizes.
We ended up scoring 30 goals once again, or in the 30s, I guess, but only 67 points. You can really see the cracks starting to show. Of course, by the way, 67 points because we're a Leaf now. Yeah, good one, EA. Great one. We're at 94 overall now, so the sharp decline is coming. And of course, we can't complete our Leafs initiation without losing to the Bruins in the first round. So our upcoming season could very well be our last, because I'm not trying to be the guy that hangs around for 5-6 years just scoring 30 to 40 points past my prime. If it's over and I can't be a top player anymore, I'm outie. So next year, it might be our last season. And yes, indeed, this will be our final season. It is the last game of the year. And we got a little bit injured in this season. And look at our production. It has fallen off the cliff here. So this will indeed be our last season. Our team has a good record. Again, mid-40s for wins. We are going to make the playoffs, but I want to play our final regular season game. And not only because it's our final regular season game and it's kind of lit, but also because if you're looking at our career stats, we are 2 goals short of hitting 800 goals on our career. We're only, Wayne Gretzky's number is right there, but that Wayne Gretzky number doesn't mean as much because if you've been following the series, Ovechkin shattered that record by over 100 goals. So that 894, that doesn't really mean that much in this universe. So we're just going to be trying to hit 800 goals, and we'll see if we can do it. And I mean, we're barely a 20-goal scorer at this point at 36 years old, so we're not... it would take a long time to get another 90 goals, okay? Our character just doesn't have it in him to play that many games still. So here we go, our final career game as a Toronto Maple Leaf, at least in a regular season.
Hi everybody, along with Ray Ferraro, my name is James Cebulski. Welcome to Toronto. The Islanders take possession here on the opening draw, and we are underway. He carries the puck up along the wing. Here's a chance. Shuts him down. Toronto's trying to make something happen in the offensive zone. Moves it quickly over to Anthony. Puts it high. Slides the puck over. Here he is from the slot. They score! And the express line comes up big again.
Tic-tac-toe. This line works so well together.
Nice start winning the draw here inside the offensive zone. Scores! And he puts his team in front.
James, this game looked really comfortable as a tie game. Now they're ahead. They've got to continue to push.
Quick feed down low. Wrist shot from the slot. Stopped by the goaltender. Takes the pass. Misses the net.
Not by a lot. I guess it doesn't matter, though. It's not even a shot on goal.
It's been a throwback to 80s hockey here, and we are underway here in the third. Well, we've got 2 periods under our belts to this point so far, Ray. How do you see things?
The Leafs have been working on their power play, and, man, it's all come to work together.
Scores! And there's the hat trick.
First time this season, he scored 3. He's done it before, but it never gets less exciting.
Takes it from the other side of the blue line. He scores!
Yeah, and what a night for him. You think after 3 you might let down? Not him. They keep coming.
Anthony's performance is one that every single one of these fans won't soon be forgetting.
It's such a rarity to score more than 3 goals in a game. He had his chances, and it seemed like he buried every one.
Absolutely magical performance by us in our last game of our career. Little salute to the fans for goal number 800, and we ended up with a 4-goal, no assist, 4-point night. We just rolled the clock right back where we had, oh my goodness, that was a lot of playing time. That's crazy. We played over 30 minutes. They really rolled us out there for our final call here, or our curtain call, but that might hurt us because we're getting to the playoffs here, and our character's definitely showing his age. Here we are, 47 W's on the regular season. Can we go out with one last Stanley Cup? It's all in the hands of the sim. I am not doing anything to influence it. We're going to have to wait and see. Well, I guess I already did something to influence it. By scoring 4 goals in your last regular season game, you build yourself momentum for the playoff. Never mind. Apparently, we have 1 apple through 2 games. And we are going to go to game 6. Come on. End it. Close it out. We're going to game 7. And it's killing me alive that I can't play this. But please be good, team. Please be good. Yes, we're going to win. Get out of round 1. I would not have been happy if our final game was a game 7 loss as a Maple Leaf in the first round. That would have just been such an awful final taste in our mouth, you know? We're going on to round 2. Maybe we won't win the Stanley Cup, but at least we won't go out as the meme. We're allowing the Islanders to make a comeback and force game 7 again. Are we going to go out in the second round? It's been the story of our latter stages of our career, and yes, we do. At least we go out 500, 7-7 in the playoffs overall, but we are going to bow out in the second round for our final game of the regular season. At least it was in Toronto, okay? It was in Toronto. And we lose to a New York team, which is kind of fitting, okay? It's kind of poetic that we would lose to a New York team to close out our career. So, that is it. Obviously, there's no retire button in NHL 21, which sucks, but we are going to pretend like there is, just for the sake of keeping some continuity here. We're going to retire at the age of 36 after 19 years in the NHL. Our character is going to go down as somebody who could have scored 1,000 goals if we didn't get so many injuries through the early stages of our career. You see here, second season, only 21 games played. Fourth season, only 37. Then we had some further injury troubles once we got to Montreal. Oh, man. And then once we got to Vegas, we were relatively healthy, except when we made the finals in the Stanley Cup, we got injured again. That's what we saw here in this sim. So injuries have been kind of the story of this character. He's going to end up being a no-doubt first ballot Hall of Famer, 800 goals on his career. Amazing. 1,700 points, too. I mean, that would probably put us top 5, right, in NHL scoring in history. Like, it would definitely put us up there, and if we wanted to really push it and play 1,500 games, we could, but I mean, let's not do that. You see our final season, we have under 50 points here. It is time to go. We couldn't go out on a Stanley Cup, but I feel like we definitely have a Hall of Fame worthy career. Now that I've gone through all of the stats, maybe 1,000 goals is pushing it, but we probably could have scored 900. Like, we missed a solid whole season here, a little bit more than an entire season with injuries in our early prime, right? So we definitely probably missed out on 900 goals. We could have caught Gretzky on the all-time goal-scoring list. We were never going to catch Ovechkin with this character unless we extended our prime and kept actually physically playing the games longer. But no, we probably have a ton of franchise records with the Golden Knights. You saw that we already held a few as we left, so that is, we're basically going to be known as a Golden Knight 2 final years in Toronto, because, I mean, that is one of my favorite teams, so there you go. We managed to pull that off, which was cool. Unfortunately, we couldn't end out our career in New York, but it's fine. That was awesome. Thank you once again for all the support on NHL 21. It's been amazing, and here was the epilogue episode. Still, I am really, really happy with what we've done here this year. So thank you once again, NHL 21. It's been real. Kind of got sick of the AI towards the end of the game cycle, but I mean, overall, like I said, it was a cool little additions to the Be a Pro mode. So I am going to promptly delete this motherfucker off of my hard drive now, and I'll see you for the rest of our NHL 22 series. As always, like, subscribe, all that shit. You know how YouTube works. I appreciate your time, bud. Peace.